Hey, welcome back to Snapbolt Games. My name's Max, and I'm here with another Pauper League, and I'm going deep on this one. We're going to be playing some Mono Blue Mill today in Pauper with a very interesting build. But before I get to the deck and the games, let me just say my channel is youtube.com/snapbolt. Go check it out. Subscribe with this dog in the bottom right. There's a link to my channel down below. Please subscribe, it helps me out. Like this video, I'd appreciate it. Now let's just get right into it. Okay, Mono Blue Mill. Why did I build this deck? I just wanted to build like a Jace's Phantasm deck, basically. And I was like, oh, I could build just like a mono blue aggro deck with Jace's Phantasm, and that might be pretty decent. Just combine it with Thought Scour and just play like Spellstutter Sprite Ninja and go down that route. But then I was like, well, then I'm just playing mono blue aggro. It's not that sick. It's not that fun. So I wanted to go a little bit deeper and play like some actual mill cards. So I looked at like all the possible mill cards that you can play in Pauper, and none of them are really very good. There's like 2 mana mill 7. There's 1 mana mill 5. There was one that was it's 2 mana mill 5, but it has cycling 1. I'm blanking on all the names of these, but none of the options are that great as enablers for Phantasm. They're pretty bad on their own, and they can't really win the game. But Jace's Erasure is actually, I think, a pretty strong card that has like the basically the power level. It can win on its own, and it can enable a Phantasm as well. So I wanted to go like basically a Jace's Erasure deck with Phantasm and Delver. Um, this card is just actually pretty powerful. I used to play a lot of Mono Blue Mill, and back then you had Gush and Whirlpool Rider. So you like I actually built some pretty sick brews that I ended up doing pretty well with, where you can like play multiple gushes, fill up your hand, and then like discard 15 cards, draw 15, mill 15, and if you have two erasures out, you mill 30. So that was like a combo deck that you could win as early as turn 4. Um, but this isn't going to be quite that deck. We're going to be playing these 8 1-drops, Delvers and Phantasms, which are both decent later in the game, a bunch of draw, and then some interaction. This deck has the full 16 cantrips in it, so we're basically just like our entire deck is like cantrips, which is really nice. If you're on the erasure plan, you just keep cantripping through your deck, and if the opponent doesn't have a way to remove erasure, you could definitely win just by playing like. Imagine if you play a brainstorm with only 2 erasures out, that's mill 6, and you get to brainstorm, so that's pretty nice. Again, this is just 1 mana, 1/1 flying, and if they have 10 or more cards in the yard, it gets +4/+4 for those that don't know. So it's basically like a 1 mana, 1/1 flying, but if they have 10 or more cards in the yard, it's a 5/5 flying. And then, of course, Delver. So we're just mono blue. You want to be mono blue, I think, to just have tons of blue mana for all these cantrips. You also want to maximize your turn 1 Delvers into Counterspell, which is like a nice way to win. But I kind of envisioned this list somewhat similar to like Rogues and Standard, just for the fact that you have this like aggro plan of or like creature win plan of Delvers and Phantasms, but then you also have like a mill win plan of Erasure and to some lesser extent Thought Scour. I think Thought Scour is good at enabling Phantasm as well. Thought Scour is like the only good one just because it cycles with a small mill effect. Then I'm just playing 4 Frantic Inventory and 2 Behold for card advantage, and then 4 Snap and Counterspell with interaction, 1 Dispel, 17 islands. But then, this is a key part of the brew. Erasure is tough because post board it dies to a lot of stuff. If they have green men in their deck, they're often bringing in naturalized effects, and for all the decks that can run Pyroblast, they're all bringing in Pyroblast, which kills this and counters it, and it makes it really hard to win by erasure. So I just have a transformative sideboard siding into mono blue aggro essentially, especially if they're bringing in any type of naturalizes and stuff. I mean, yeah, we have Spire Golem, but at the same time, just like bringing in all these creatures, they might not have enough answers for all these creatures in post board games. And that's the hope, at least. They don't know if we're gonna like remain on the erasure mill plan or if we're gonna go creatures, especially if we go to game 3. So it's going pretty deep, but I think we're gonna have some fun, and I think it's gonna be all right. I think we'll do okay. Um, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I should talk about in the deck. There is some pretty cool interactions that come up. We'll see them as the games progress, but there's some pretty sweet interaction with erasure and cantrips. For example, let's say you have one erasure out and then you brainstorm. Then it says whenever you draw a card, you may have target player mill 3 cards. So you have erasure out, you brainstorm, you draw 3, then 3 triggers of erasure go onto the stack. You can put 2 cards back from brainstorm on top of your library. And then with 2 of the 3 erasure triggers, you can mill yourself. So you can essentially brainstorm shuffle anytime you have an erasure out, because you can put 2 cards back, shuffle them away, and cantrip again. And you essentially get to like do the classic legacy brainstorm shuffle just by having erasure in play. So that actually comes up a lot where you're like getting rid of extra lands. Um, but let's just get right into some games. Let's go. Let's see how we do. Let's see if we can get some people to rage here in the leagues. See you in round one. All right, welcome to round one. And as you can see, this hand is not good. Triple erasure, double phantasm, 0 lands. It's mulligan. And this hand's good. Keep. I think we can just put a land back. I guess it's tiny bit greedy, but I think that's what I put back. I can just naturally draw a land. A swamp into changeland. Okay, mono black burn, it looks like. Let's just lead Phantasm into Erasure and try to get a 5/5 going. This is going to be a tough matchup game one. We're definitely going to side into our creature plan. I also kind of envisioned a lot of our game wins maybe coming from our mono blue aggro sideboard plan. But we'll see. I feel like this is just going to be kind of tough to erase. But I'm going to try to play Erasure. I don't want to trade this. I think I want to try to make this a 5/5. Another problem is a lot of their spells are like lightning helixes, basically. They are like they gain 3 and deal 3. Bump, okay. So I go down to 12. It's not that much. The spell's actually not very good. It doesn't, sometimes they don't even have any instants in their deck. I think what I'm gonna do is I can go, they have 4 cards in yard. I can go Erasure into Brainstorm, mill them for 6, and then attack for 5. I think that's my best out to win, actually. Erasure into Brainstorm. I do want to shuffle these lands away, but I just don't think I have that luxury here. Counterspell is nice though, because I need to mill them with all 6 of these triggers in order to turn on my Phantasm. I could also not attack with Phantasm in order to block Vampire, but I don't think I'm winning that game either, because then I'm still getting hit for 1. They have 3 cards in hand. I think I'm supposed to attack. Let's just put lands back. What I can do is I can draw a card for turn, and then with my erasure triggers, I can mill the second land, the land that I put back second. Okay, and then I can hit for 5. I think I have to hit and just hope their hand's not very good. And then like I counter something. Problem is this becomes a 3/2 next turn, 3/2 intimidate. What is this? 4 mana? Oh, flashback fruit? Is that all they can do? Oh, they want, because then they can hit with this. All right, well, their hand must not be that good. Might actually have a chance. They have 4 power in play. I just fucked up. I wasn't thinking. I just targeted them with both of these erasures, but I needed to target them with, I needed to target myself with 1. Right? Yeah, because I needed to mill that land. Now I have to bottom it with Preordain. Oh, and fruit is exile 2 cards. Maybe exile 3 other cards. Oh, they're trying to turn Phantasm off. I see, I see. I just don't know if I'm gonna be able to race. I think what I have to do is try to preordain, find another threat, mill them, and then if I play like a second Phantasm, I might be able to just have lethal next turn. Not bottoming this land was pretty bad for me though. I don't think I have time to behold here either. It's bottom bottom. Damn. I really needed to mill my own land there. So 1 misplay already in the league, but this game was going to be tough anyway. I can't block this anymore. So I think I just die to fruit now. I guess I can counter it, but I don't know if I can win. I needed definitely to mill myself with 1 to have 1 more look. We'll see if it ended up mattering. I guess I did need to, I could have found snap as well here, because now I'm going to 4. Then they probably flashback fruit. and then I have to counter that. But then I'm like dead to their board basically. I guess I could draw Snap and another counter spell for fruit. But they have 5 mana, 3 cards in hand. I have to counter this, and then any other burn spell still kills me. So yeah, pretty rough here. Yeah, 1/1 fear. That's probably just gonna do it. We can just mill them just to see some more cards, just because why not? The thing is, mono black doesn't really have answers to erasures, but the problem is, since they're just like a burn deck, going on the mill plan's not that great anyway. I'm just trying to think if I have any outs. I don't think so. I guess I'll just show them frantic inventory. I don't really care. I'll just keep milling them. I can basically concede whenever. We actually almost raced them still. There's another Phantasm, but I can't block anymore. Damn, that was close. I mean, we have a 5/5 flying. We get to play a second one. But yeah, they just barely get us here. Close game. Okay. I think we go with the sideboard plan. Bring in 15 cards, and then it's going to be different, I think, what I'm siding out in different matchups, um, depending on like the speed of the matchup and everything. I don't think I need brainstorms anymore either. I guess thought scour is still probably my best one, just because it can still enable phantasm. Oh, I guess dispel is bad. I'll just leave the thought scours in. Yeah, thought scour can still enable phantasm, especially if they don't have fruit. I think I like just sideboarding like this. Behold and Frantic Inventory just seem too slow in this matchup. I just want to be mono blue aggro here. Okay, now we're actually a good deck. Let's go game two. Mm, this hand isn't that good, but I think I'm supposed to keep it. I have a 1 drop, I have a snap, and then I can start deploying Spire Golems, and I have a lot of good draws. The mill plank is actually good versus like Tron decks, slower control decks, stuff like that. Okay, land is not good. I think I'm just gonna snap this before damage, so they can't like prowl anything. I don't know like what else I really need to snap. Could hold up snap for my own creature, but yeah, I think this is just better. Just save 1 damage. It's pretty bad, but it's where we're at with this draw. I'll just pause for a second, like maybe a counterspell, but I don't. Okay. Oh, there's Ninja. Okay. I think I'm just getting Ninja going. This thing can't block, and they'd have to have a 1 mana removal spell, which don't think they're gonna have. So I'm gonna attack and Ninja and replay Phantasm. And then next turn I can double Spire Golem. Yeah. Ninja was a great draw. We just drew that just in time. Another Ninja, perfect. Okay. Feeling good about this game now. We're still at 20. Next turn I can go Ninja plus Spire Golem. Now they can prowl if they have that rogue card. That, yeah. Morsel Theft. And 1/1. Okay, I'm doing okay here. I can't block their guys, but they don't really have good blocks either. I am gonna Ninja. I want to draw like a million cards here. Draw into some more like counter spells and stuff. Spell Stutter is good. You can counter 1 drops. So I have some options here. I mean, I'm kind of like winning this race. I could just play Delver and Phantasm. I could play Delver and Ponder to try to flip Delver. Or I can just play a Spire Golem. I feel like playing 2 creatures is going to be better. I could also just leave up Spell Stutter Sprite. But yeah, I think playing Delver and Phantasm is my best option, and then hopefully I just flip Delver, and then I have even more power out. I could play Delver and Ponder, but I think I'm just going to play 2 creatures. Oh, this can be Fear can be blocked by I probably should have just played Spire Golem actually. I forgot Fear. You can block creatures with Fear with artifact creatures. Because now I'm taking two. I'm still feeling okay. I mean, my Phantasm is still like performing pretty well in this game, just being a 1/1 flyer. All right, they drain for three, draw a card. This is like the best card in the deck when it's enabled. And then they Soul Reap a Ninja. Their draw is pretty much perfect here. Flip Delver? No. Okay. Well, now I can deploy some Spire Golems. So Spire Golem's only going to cost me 1 mana. So I think I do go Ponder. All right, Snap's probably good enough actually because I can snap the Changeling Outcast, block the Bogart, and then I'm at 8. And I have a Spell Stutter Sprite to counter a 1-drop. I guess that's good enough. They're at 19. I think I keep these. And I go Golem, Golem. I'm flipping Delver next turn on the... Oh no, I put it in the wrong order. Because I forgot I'm drawing a card on Ninja. Wow, 2 punts already. That's embarrassing. I'm only hitting for 4 here. I could not draw a card on Ninja to flip Delver next turn. It feels so bad. I should have put the land and then I could have flipped Delver next turn. That could cost me the game. I think I have to draw. Let's calculate this now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I still don't have lethal next turn anyway. I don't know if it actually matters. I mean, it's obviously not good for me, but do I snap right now? I could just snap this right now. Make sure I resolve it. I think that's better. Okay, we have Spell Stutter up to counter a 1-drop. I think I can actually let Changeling Outcast resolve, try to counter like a Lava Spike type effect. Carnarium, okay. They might just have lands. I can block this. Hopefully they don't realize that. Okay, Siphon Life. Drain for 2. I can't counter that. They go up to 17. And I'm not flipping Delver now, which feels so bad. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just deciding if I want to play Spell Stutter Sprite. I don't think I can. Drawing land. So bad. I have to also not attack with 1 Spire Golem. Alright, let's just untap. Not reveal because we misplayed. And now I think I just go Preordain right now. Definitely want Counterspell. I think I just want both of these because then if I Fairy Seer, I can counter a 2-drop. Seems good enough, right? I could just bottom the Fairy Seer, top the Counterspell. Because I'm gonna play 1 more land. Yeah, I should top. Wait, let's see. Let's top. Top. I can Fairy Seer right now, and then I'll still have 4 mana to Counterspell and Spell Stutter Sprite. Ooh, another Spell Stutter? Is it? I think it's safer to actually draw Counterspell in case they have like another Theft or something. Do I need to play Spell Stutter though? I'm going to be hitting for 1, 2, 3. I'll attack with this. 4. No, I guess I can't even attack with Delver. They can just trade here. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down to 12. I think I'm just supposed to draw Counterspell. I guess they could block Ninja too, so I don't draw. That would actually be kind of bad for me. And again, maybe I should have put Counterspell second. I guess if they block Ninja here, I get to flip Delver next turn, but I don't get to have double counter up. I Can't counter a Siphon Life as well. This has Retrace. They cycle that. Interesting. All right, can't block this. Yeah, that was an obvious block there because they can't attack with it anyway into Spire Golem. But now I'm going to have Counterspell and Spell Stutter here, so feeling decent. Siphon Life here. Okay, I can go to 3. They go to 16. And then I sack a creature and lose 1 life. I could just counter this with Spell Stutter. It puts a creature on board, and next turn I'm going to draw Counterspell and Spell Stutter anyway. So I'm going to have 2 more counters. I think I'm supposed to counter this because I don't want to go to 2. Yeah, I'm just going to counter this. Okay, now I reveal Counterspell, so it worked out well. Yes. And then I just attack with everything. And then I go to 2 off this, and then I have Counterspell and Spell Stutter for hopefully 2 plays, not 3. All right. Not flipping the Delver. If I lose this game, not flipping the Delver definitely cost me the game. All right, go to 2. They're going to play Siphon Life. I'm going to try to counter it. And then hopefully they don't have 2 more spells after that. Hopefully they just try to play Siphon Life again. Nice, this is looking good. Whew, didn't get punished. Okay. Mono blue aggro got there. I think as mono blue aggro I'm favored, and I played so badly that game. That was disgusting. All right, I think I still like this build. I think I like Thought Scour plus Phantasm. Again, Phantasm was fine there. It's just like a Fairy Miscreant. And then it had a late game potential of being turned on as well, especially if we didn't draw any Thought Scours to go with it. I mean, this deck, like, honestly just built like this, if you just build your main deck like this looks pretty good, right? I mean, you're just playing Ponders, Preordains, Thought Scours, and then you're also just playing Phantasm as a 1/1 flying that in the late game can turn into a 5/5. Like, this is like the original build of the deck that I thought of, but I kind of wanted to go with the Erasure plan because it's kind of fun, and I think it's actually good against control. And it's good to be able to like sideboard back and forth, but obviously I think this build's a little bit better, but the thing is this is just basically mono blue aggro, so that's why I wanted to run a league the other way. It's also fun to have this like tech of the sideboard plan. All right, I mean, I'm keeping this hand. It's not great. All right, Changeling Outcast. Land is not ideal. I'll take 1 here. I can't counter the Morsel Theft. I will Thought Scour them, even though it could enable like Fruit or something. It can also turn on my Phantasms. Yeah, it's like a perfect draw. This card is like, yeah, when it's turned on, it's 2 mana Helix and draw a card. So it's basically like the reason why the deck works. Land, windmill, and there's Phantasm. Okay. I think I'm just gonna pass and probably snap the Outcast here. Then if they just replay it, I might just counterspell it. I do need to deal with this. This one's the actual unblockable one. Okay, that resolves because I have Spire Golem for that. This one does not resolve. Okay. Spell Stutter Sprite, that's interesting. They're only on 2 mana. I think I want to just go play Phantasm, leave up Spell Stutter Sprite, and then next turn play Spire Golem. I know I get hit for 1, but I think it's worth it. Just going to get Phantasm down, pass. This not being a fairy with this is bad synergy, but yeah, I mean, this isn't like so crazy far off of being a 5/5, which is real. Yeah, this sucks because if they have another Morsel Theft, that does suck. I can't Spell Stutter that. Let's just hope they don't have a second one. Oh yeah, this is a easy Spell Stutter here. Another one. Okay. At 15. But artifact creatures can block this, so it's actually reasonable for me. Counterspell, great draw. Okay, let's just go with Spire Golem. Attack for 2 in the air, leave up Counterspell, and have Spire Golem as a blocker. I mean, this is looking good. Spire Golem's a big boy here. And again, oh, Soul Reap. Destroy target non-green creature. If you've cast another black spell, they lose 3, but I don't want them to Soul Reap my Spire Golem, so I'll counter it. They can't attack. And I have Preordains, multiple Preordains. Oh, geez. You love to see it. I think I just top. It's good. They're both really good, right? Just so much pressure. Top. Now I'm just deciding what do I want to ninja back. Because I can ninja back Phantasm and replay. I also have not played a land yet. So I could ninja back Spell Stutter and then Preordain looking for a land. But the thing is that I don't even want to draw lands really. So I think I'm just going to ninja back Phantasm and replay it. And not attack with Spire Golem. They could have another removal spell for it, but I'm just going to hope they don't. I don't really want to just try to go for the race yet. I'd rather stay back and try to block. Could also bounce Spell Stutter to just have it for next turn, but I can bounce it with the next one. Yeah. All right, let's just ninja back the Phantasm, draw the other ninja, and then replay Phantasm. Guess I can Preordain here. Drawing another land isn't bad, but yeah, I think I like just Phantasm better than Preordain. No second Soul Reap would be nice. If they go like land, Lava Spike into Soul Reap, that's going to be bad. Okay. That's just a deal 4, so I can beat that. I always have to read this. Not that it really matters. If they vote Torture, Torture always happens. Gotta remember this. If they vote Torture, that always happens. Otherwise, if Death gets more votes, then each opponent sacks a creature. So Torture is always, it's based there. If they always vote Torture, it's always going to deal 4. But if they voted Death, then it might not. Okay, another Phantasm. I think maybe, no, I'm supposed to just attack and then ninja back my Spell Stutter. And then I get to draw 2 cards. Yeah. And then if I draw a counter spell, or I can just leave up Spell Stutter as well. Okay. Thought Scour and Counterspell, nice. They have 7 cards in yard, so if they put one more card into the yard and I Thought Scour them, my Phantasms are turned on. Like I'm at 11, but it cannot be right to play out another Phantasm, right? I guess I just have like lethal if I do. Like if I just go play Phantasm and then I Thought Scour them, they still only go to 9 cards in yard, but they're gonna have to play something. I think it's better just to leave up Counterspell. There's no way. Just gonna pass. I don't want to Preordain to try to find a land, miss, and lose because of it either. I could have gone Preordain, try to find a land, and then if I don't hit, just play Phantasm. But yeah, I like this a lot better. I'm just gonna counter this. Then they can't attack, and this should be good. Yeah, now I can also Thought Scour them, make my thing a 5/5. Wow, another one. So I just Thought Scour them, and then attack for a bunch of damage. Draw some cards. They probably chump, but they don't. So I kind of want to draw land. Okay. I'll just look for a land at this point. I could top the Snap. Might be safest. I'm at 11. Do I even need to? I don't think so. Okay, another Spell Stutter. Alright, well, I'm just going to pass the turn with Spell Stutter up for a 1-drop, I guess. Maybe I should have just played double Phantasm, double 5/5 flying. There's no way they can fruit. I guess if they had a land, they could siphon life, but then that doesn't even take cards out of the yard. So this is like lethal as it is. I don't really need to commit more. I'd rather just counter a 1-drop. Looks like we might be 1-0 with Mill. Nice. I feel like it's cheating just to like side into mono blue, but I think it's actually a good plan because again, sometimes yeah, it just happens like they're mono black burn. Okay, we'll just play our mono blue aggro deck and try to get them. But imagine like they're Stompy, they're gonna be bringing in like a bunch of like naturalizes, stuff like that. And Pyroblast is not nearly as good against the mono blue aggro deck as it is against the mono blue mill deck. So let's go. Round two, 1-0. All right, 1-0 after defeating Mono Black Burn. We're against Dragon 7K. We're on the play. Yeah, I think this hand is fine. We have a Ponder. We have a 1-drop into Ponder to try to find another land. We have double snap. Yeah, let's go. Phantasm go. So funny. Uh-oh. Blue deck. Putting a card in the yard. I like to see that. 1/10 of the way there. All right, let's lead preordained. Even though it looks at less cards, if I hit a land, I'd rather preordain and then ponder. So I'll go a little bit greedy here. Uh-oh. Missed. That sucks. Probably should have pondered first there, but got punished. They went bottom bottom. Preordain again. 3 cards out of 10. Let's go. 2 cards on bottom. Okay. Maybe they're looking for like a way to kill this. Okay, there's a land. I have to draw that land, I think. So if I draw land and then Delver, then Thought Scour, I can flip the Delver on the Thought Scour. I mean, I'm probably going to have to brainstorm here to look for more lands. So it probably doesn't matter. I think I'm actually supposed to brainstorm right now because of Spell Stutter Sprite. All right, this is interesting actually. What I can do is I can put back. I guess I probably shouldn't have brainstormed right now, but I can put back like Snap and Frantic Inventory, and then on my upkeep I can Thought Scour myself. I can also just play Erasure next turn and just not do anything else. I do kind of want to mill this Frantic Inventory just because I don't have time for it. I'll just put back like this, and then I'll determine if I want to upkeep Thought Scour myself or not. If they just pass with mana up, I might just not do that and just plan to just play Erasure. Wow, they're just cantripping a million times. And they're bottom-bottoming on everything. Okay, so they have 2 mana up, so they could have Counterspell. I feel like I am supposed to Thought Scour myself, because I do want to hit more land drops. And if they Spell Stutter this, it sucks, but then at least I get to deploy Delver. Okay. Okay, I'm not going to attack with Phantasm for sure. Triple Snap here. Augur. Okay, let's see if they're red or black. Oh, okay, they're blue-black Fae. It's going to be kind of a rough matchup, but also maybe not. Okay. They only have 1 mana open. I think I can just play Erasure. I think I'll just attack with Delver. They revealed Cast Down, right? Yeah. Then I'll just play Erasure. I don't really want to snap any of these right now. Yeah, I'm just going to play this and pass. Getting Erasure down is pretty good in this matchup. Okay, take 1. No Ninja. They don't have any black mana. They bottomed on so many Preordains. They cast 4 Preordains and they bottomed, I think, on all of them. That's super unlucky. And now that's 1 more card going to their yard. Dragon 7K. I feel like I've played this player before as well. I don't want to save targets because sometimes I do want to mill myself. Have the mill one card, yes. Again, I can't really snap Spell Stutter Sprite profitably here. I also don't think I can go for Preordain into another Spell Stutter. This is two Spell Stutters, but they could easily have another one in hand. I think I want to just leave up Counterspell. I think I'm just going to attack for 3 and then pass the turn. I can end of turn inventory, but I'm not going to do anything else right now. I'll save these snaps for any anglers that come later. Okay, there's Ice Tunnel, so they could have Snuff Out now. But then they're taking 4 if they want to play that now. Obviously not blocking. And I will Frantic Inventory. Yeah, they could Snuff Out now, but there's nothing I can really do about that, I don't think. I do want to draw a card here. Get them up to 10 cards in yard if I can. Okay, snuff out my Delver. It's 8 cards in yard. And then I mill them for 1 with my draw, and then I preordain to mill them for another 1. And then I have my 5/5. Yes. Go land. Preordain. Then they can try to Spell Stutter it, but I'll counter. So they are going to be able to cast down my Phantasm. I think it's worth it to fight over it, because then I have another Delver that they have to answer to. Okay, yeah, let's definitely keep another Phantasm. Let's go top, top. Sucks that this Delver won't flip that I'm going to play, but I still think it's worth it to top, top. Suppose I could top, bottom? No, I think maybe I don't need this land. I don't need to deploy Delver this turn. Next turn I can just deploy Delver plus Phantasm. It's close. But yeah, maybe I don't need land. Getting Delver down does play around their counter spells pretty well. Counter spells and spell stutters. It's pretty close. I'm actually going to bottom and just kind of play for the longer game here. Back for 5. They go to 3. So no more snuff outs for free. And again, next turn I can deploy both of these. Cast down my Phantasm, yep. So now I'm going to lead Delver. And then if they can counter it, they probably will have to. And then I can play Phantasm. I could also just leave up Snap to snap my own Delver. Yeah, they counter it. Now I just go... I guess I Ponder right now. I don't want to bounce any of their creatures again. Another Phantasm, nice. So, and a Frantic Inventory, which is going to be a draw too. I'm just trying to think if I want to mill this land away too, and I think I do. Again, I just want to have as much gas as possible, and I don't really need to draw more lands. I can draw more lands naturally off this inventory. So I can put inventory third, island second, Phantasm on top, draw the Phantasm off Ponder, mill myself with Erasure, mill the island, then next turn draw the inventory. Yeah, seems good. They got super unlucky. They still might be able to kill this Phantasm, but then I have another one. And that one I can actually have Snap to protect it. Another cast down, yep. And they're just foretelling a Behold, okay, that's fine. I'm drawing Frantic Inventory, which I could choose just to even play. Kind of like it. I get to draw 2 and resolve it. It's pretty good. I think it's better than leaving up Snap. I think so. Counterspell, sweet. Wonder if I'm supposed to play Phantasm or not. I wonder if I'm actually just not supposed to play it. I think I won't. I want to just have like a bunch of protection up when I play it. I know I could have resolved it there, but I can probably still resolve it with this counterspell. and I don't want it just to die. Like I want to be able to try to use this to win. So I think I'm supposed to wait on it. If they play like an angler here, I'll just snap it. Yeah. Okay, so they still have 12 cards in yard. This is actually working out pretty well, considering that this is just the line they went for, and now they're beholding right now. I could just go snap angler, counter the behold. I think that's actually good. I don't really want to let them draw two. All right, let's just snap this. Hope they don't have dispel, and then I will counter the behold. It's just too much. I don't think I want them to be able them to behold here. Hmm. They will be able to turn off this phantasm, so maybe that was a mistake. Wow, counterspell, nice. So they mill up to 14 cards, and they can exile 6 with angler, go down to 8. I'm gonna naturally draw a card. I think I just let angler resolve here. Definitely just let it resolve. They have 8 cards in yard. Augur of Bolas. I think I let that resolve too. Counterspell. That's not good. Because if they play any cantrips, I get to just, I guess they can always flash this into block. Could snap spells that are end of turn here. If they have to play counterspell at all, I'm going to need to draw a cantrip. This is pretty close. So if I go snap on Spellsetter Sprite, then let's say they don't counterspell it. Then they still have 8 cards in yard. I draw a card, mill them for 1. Then I attack. If they flash in Spellstutter, I can counter it, and then I win. And if they counter this snap, then I can still set up a win next turn. So I think I'm actually good to go here. Just snap this. It's kind of a weird play, but I think it's the line. Whoops, I should have waited till end of turn. I thought I was on end of turn for some reason. So they have 8 cards in yard. I'm going to draw, mill them for 1. We drew a land. It's not good. I needed to draw a cantrip there. But this still isn't killing me this turn. They do have a counterspell in hand, which is bad. I'll attack for 1. If they flash in Spellstutter, they die. Yeah. Because then I could counter it, and then this would hit for 5. So they just can't play anything. They have Spellstutter Sprite and Counterspell in hand. Alright, I'm taking a bunch of damage here. But now my Jace's Phantasm is just going to be a 5/5. Okay. So let's go untap, mill them for 1. I'm at 4 now, so I have to draw something. Echoing Decay my Phantasm. Alright, well I counter this. And then if they flash in spells that are to block, now I can snap it out of the way. They can't recast. Okay. Let's mill them for 1. Yes. I suppose I play land to play around Spell Pierce. I think they're just gonna play flash in spells that are sprite, and then I snap it. And then I think that's gonna do it. I don't think they can get out of this now. Close game. They got super unlucky. Whew. I guess they have to have dispel. Got him. Whew. Okay. So blue-black does not really have any answer to erasure. The problem is that they have Angler to exile their yard, which is annoying against Phantasm. I think I'm just not going to sideboard in the Ninja package. Maybe Spire Golem is good enough to bring in. Maybe I'm supposed to just bring it in the package anyway. Like they could even bring in like relics or something. Hmm. Let's see, what would I side out? Could side out like Erasure. That list often only plays like one or two angler. I've seen three before, but they often don't even have that many anglers. Snap isn't that good in general, even though we were able to get there this time. And then I could also set out Brainstorm. Yeah, I think I like this. And then maybe I side out Thought Scour too and just play Phantasm as the 1/1 flyer. And then late game it could be a 5/5 potentially. And then I just side in my entire sideboard. I think I like this better just because Snap isn't that good against them. The Erasure plan is a little bit slow, and Spire Golem is just really good against them in general, against their ninjas and spell stutter sprites, taxing their removal, and all that. One problem with this build of the deck is that because we have Phantasms and Delvers in the main deck, they're not going to side out their removal. So we don't get to bring in like 15 creatures and then have them side out their removal. So maybe there is a better build of the deck where maybe you just play like 4 Phantasm main, or I don't even know, 0 creature main, or just 4 Delver main and then side in the other creatures. Something I don't know exactly, but it's just a thought. Because again, we don't we want them to side out their removal when we're bringing in all these creatures. But I think this is fine. Let's just go with this. All right, they're on the play. I'm gonna snap keep this hand. Sam looks great. I'm just gonna lead Delver. They mulligan to 6. I'm feeling good with this hand. Sam looks great. This deck is sweet. Ice Tunnel go. Okay. Now if they're more liberal with their life total as well, that could be bad for them. Okay, snuff out my Delver, sure. And then another tap land. They have 4 cards in hand. I think I'm just going Phantasm plus Preordain. Okay, now I'm just going Phantasm plus Delver. Just play Delver first. I think I'd rather this get 4 spiked. Yeah. Oh, Cycle Ash Barrens. Okay. Can get Island. They play it. Preordain, sure. Can I flip Delver one time? This is a deck where sometimes you do want to brainstorm to flip Delver in game ones. Okay, they cast down the Delver right now, sure. Okay, we want lands. All right, these are both good, I think. I think I just top. Just really tax their removal. I think I play Phantasm even though it's mana inefficient. It's just getting more threats down. They do already have 4 cards in the yard, so these could easily turn into 5/5 flyers here. Next turn I'm drawing Delver. I can either just tap out for a Spire Golem or I can play Delver plus inventory, which most likely is what I'm going to do. All right, they Chainer's Edict me. 6 cards in yard. Let's go. I guess I'll just attack first, play Delver, then play Frantic Inventory. I'd rather Frantic Inventory get 4 spiked, but it's probably not going to. Okay, Ninja is great. Nice. Just playing these low resource type games. Augur is fine. Another Chainer's Edict, okay. I think I actually sacked this Delver just because I want a Ninja next turn anyway. Yeah. Could be wrong. No, yeah, Phantasm is good. I mean, it's close to turning on. And now I can just go attack. Oh, fuck, I misclicked. I don't know. You saw me hover over it. I clicked, but didn't really get the click out the right phase, so I didn't get to attack. That sucked. I mean, that was definitely a misclick, but we're still in a reasonable spot. That does suck though. Okay. Behold the Multiverse is actually good. So let's attack with all, not misclick. Do I bring back Phantasm or Spire Golem? Spell Stutter Sprite to block Phantasm? I mean, yeah, that's annoying, but I think that's not the end of the world. It's still just a 1-for-1. This card is performing. Wow, it's performing better than I expected. Now I just Ninja back Spire Golem, recast Spire Golem. Could preordain looking for land. I think that's bad though. Alright, they're 1 mana off flashing back Chainer's Edict, which is annoying, and they concede and then lose connection. Okay. That may have been a rage, so we may have gotten one rage down and 2-0 with Mono Blue Mill. Let's go. Jace's Phantasm actually was pretty good there in both games. Game 1, they got incredibly unlucky. They've pondered 4 times, and I think they bottomed all those cards, and they couldn't find a black source till late. But yeah, sometimes that happens. Let's go. 2-0. See you in round 3. All right, welcome to round 3. We're against Jay the Mind Sculptor, and I'm actually going to keep this hand. This hand is actually pretty sweet. We might just be able to win with Erasure in this draw. So I'm going to keep it. I'm going to turn 1 Ponder rather than turn 1 Phantasm. Because I think I'm going for the Erasure plan to win this game. Hopefully I can just resolve a turn 2 Erasure and not get it countered. Then just keep playing Erasures. Oh, okay, land? Wow. Maybe now I just play Phantasm? I think so. Sweet. This hand looks gas. And there's Fjord. Okay, maybe they're playing my blue-red fairies list. Not that it's exactly my list, but... Alright, they shouldn't have any answers to this in the main. I'm not going to attack, for sure. I want to make this a 5-5. Now I'm wondering if I jam Erasure into a counter spell. I'm not going to attack. If they ninja there, that'd be fine. Don't think I want to just jam Erasure here, because I could always play double Erasure next turn. Why don't I play Ponder, and then if they go to Spell Stutter it, then I can just jam Erasure? Yeah. Let's do that. Ponder. I'm not going to attack into a Spell Stutter either. Definitely don't want my Erasure to get countered. But I think these are all good, right? Just draw the Brainstorm. Wonder if I should mill that land away. I don't think so. I think I'm just going to mill them. I also want to mill them for Phantasm. Counterspell, Counterspell. The problem is they can counter my Erasure with a Spell Stutter right here. So I think I just don't do anything. Just pass, represent, Counterspell. Don't want to attack into Spell Stutter either. I think that's what I want to do. If they went for a Bolt on my Phantasm, I'd probably just snap it. Let's see if they go Ninja here. They don't. All right, I will Brainstorm. See if they bite on a Spell Stutter. They abrade the Phantasm. Okay, that's fine. And if this resolves, that's good for me. It is, wow. Kind of surprised that resolved. I don't think I want to get rid of any cards in my hand. They all seem good. Maybe I just don't need Snap. Yeah, I could mill my own Snap away. I don't hate that. I can also just mill them for a maximum amount of cards. Keep the Snap just to buy time. Most of their stuff is just not good to snap. I'm just going to get rid of the Snap. So I guess I can just be safe and put back Ponder, Snap on top, mill myself for 1, so mill the Snap away, and then mill them for 2. I caution anybody trying to play this deck because these sequences are actually really difficult when you're playing, and it's really hard to sequence with Erasure and Erasure in your draw steps in play. So I just caution you. Okay, Frantic Inventory, that is scary. So they're just on a pretty standard blue-red Fey list, it looks like. I'm going to just keep Thought Scouring them, though, because I do want to try to win by mill. And I'm definitely jamming double Erasure next turn. If one gets countered, it gets countered, but at least then I'll have two in play. I feel like that could be enough just to win, especially if I just keep cantripping after that. Let's just jam Erasure and then play another one. Yeah, this kind of sucks. I guess I could have had a snap to prevent this exact scenario. So that may have been a mistake. Because if I had a snap there, I snap the Fairies here, and then I get to have 3 Erasures in play. Damn. Thing is, I still have 3 cantrips in hand, which is really good. I could have waited on that Brainstorm in order to have more Erasures out when I Brainstorm, but I just wanted to be efficient and represent Counterspell on that turn, so not sure. See if they Ninja here. They do. Okay, I'm only getting hit for 3 here, though. The problem is them drawing cards into more counterspells. All right, there's Frantic Inventory. So we mill for 2. I guess we just start with Preordain. Just bottom these. Mill them for 2. There's Brainstorm. Let's definitely play Brainstorm right now and we can resolve it. Mill 6. There's Snap and multiple Frantic Inventories as well. I wonder if I'm supposed to just put back both these Frantic Inventories and then mill them away. I could at least mill 1 away. It's not bad. They are a little bit clunky. It's also not bad just to cast them, though. It's kind of something they have to counterspell. We know they have a Spell Stutter Sprite in hand. This is pretty tough. I feel like I'm supposed to just mill them with everything. Snapping Ninja doesn't really work. I could Snap Ninja on attacks, but then they're going to have counters up and stuff. I need to just like play my spells out, I think. I feel like I'm going to put back both inventories and then not mill myself at all. Just mill them for 6. Because I think I can win this race. I think I'm also supposed to play Delver here. And then they have to have a burn spell for it. I didn't want to snap anything. I think that's fine. Could just bottom as well. It's the same as milling, I guess. I think I'm just going to top though. I think it's a big enough threat. We have 26 cards left. I'm flipping a Delver on Frantic Inventory next turn, so I'll be able to block their 1/1 flyings with it unless this dies. And any cantrip they play is another card they mill. Right, triple Scred. There's 1 Bolt, 1 Abrade. How many Frantic Inventories in the yard? Just 1? Let's pop these out. I think just 1 right now. Okay, I'm not going to block. I just take 4, I go to 11. They Ninja again? Right, that is kind of scary. So I'm going to 10. But again, most versions only play 2 Bolt, which is good for me. They have 22 cards left. It's not that many cards. They do have 1 spell stutter up. Frantic Inventory, yes. I want to reveal that. Mill them for 2. Yes, yes. What I can do is I can Frantic Inventory right now, and then they're going to go to Spell Stutter it. Then I just snap the Fairy Seer to make my Frantic Inventory resolve, and then I get to play another Frantic Inventory. Yeah, that's the line. Then I can just trade for a Ninja or just eat a Bolt. So I go Frantic Inventory. They're probably going to go Spell Stutter Sprite. Wow, they didn't. Okay, that's smart by them. So I think what I do now is I ponder, and if they bite on a counterspell, I get to go Brainstorm, mill 6. feel like they're going to bite on the spell setter sprite here. Yeah. Okay. And then I just brainstorm right now. I can put back. They have 18 cards left. They're getting milled down to 12. And then I'm going to Thought Scour them, mill 4, mill them down to 8. I feel like I don't want Snap or Island. Maybe Snap is good enough, but I think if I mill myself for 2, mill away Snap and Island, I think that's right. Because I do want to play land Thought Scour right now. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, let's put these 2 back. Just going to get rid of Snap, even though it's a little bit risky. Mill them for 4, down to 14, and then Thought Scour them down to 10 cards. And this is a matchup where we definitely use our sideboard plan because they're going to have Pyroblasts. It's just too hard to hold on to the erasures when they have like 4 or 5 Pyroblasts. And Thought Scour them down to 12 cards. And another Frantic Inventory is a fantastic draw. So let's see how many ninjas they have. They have no ninjas in the graveyard. They have 1, 2, 3 counter spells in the graveyard and a spell stutter sprite. Okay. Not going to attack, obviously. Damage doesn't matter. I'd rather block or trade. I'm at 10. Well, they didn't fetch with Terramorphic because maybe we milled their mountain? No. Why didn't they fetch? That doesn't make sense. They Fairies here. Bottom. What do they do on the first one? Bottom, 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 bottom. They Lightning Bolt. Okay. But now they have to have something for these Frantic Inventories, right? They don't have any counter spells. Okay, they choose to not use both ninjas. This is going to be close. We mill them for 2 down to 7. Yes. Yes. They could just have Frantic Inventories and cantrips and stuff in hand. Guess let's just go play land, play Frantic Inventory. Threaten to draw 2. There's Counterspell. I think that'll do it. Nice. This deck is sweet. And Frantic Inventory with Counterspell up. They actually had the counter. Wow. They should have countered the first one. Now they can't have Lightning Bolt for the win. Nice. So they're just this totally standard blue-red Fey deck. That was such a sick keep. Opponent says, cool deck. This deck is pretty freaking sweet. All right, let's bring all this in. I don't think I want any snaps. I just don't think they're good in this matchup. Like, as you saw, you never really have time to snap a ninja. It just doesn't work. I think I also don't need Brainstorm. Thought Scour's not bad at turning on Phantasm. Oh, I'm supposed to set out Erasure, duh. I like setting out Brainstorm for sure. I need to set out 3 more cards. Behold, I think is actually good. I could be wrong. Like, what if I just do Thought Scour again? Yeah, Thought Scouring messing up anything they leave on top. Just milling them for value. It just seems good just to have Thought Scours and Phantasms. Like, I might even rather just do like this or something. And that's pretty greedy. I could just go 2 Ponder, 3 Thought Scour. Just because I don't need that many Thought Scours. I really just need to turn these on at some point. Yeah, I like this. We're just basically a value mono blue aggro deck now. Going for the 3-0 against blue red Fae. I mean, this matchup is going to be rough. They're probably going to have 4 Pyroblasts and a bunch of I don't know how much burn they're going to have just because we showed them such an aggressive mill plan with all our erasures. All right. This hand's actually not great, but I think I'm supposed to keep it. They mulligan to 6. I can just behold on turn 2 with foretell. I should say I should foretell. I could foretell on turn 2 with behold. I cannot cast this on turn 2. 1 drop. Okay. That first game was really close. We definitely could have lost that. All right, looks like they're going to go brainstorm, either leave up Bolt or Ash Barrens. I think I'm supposed to just behold here. Maybe leaving up Spellstutter is better. They're not really going to expect that. It's pretty close. I think I'm going to leave up Spellstutter just for the fact that we have Ninja. Lightning Bolt me. I think I just counter this just to get Spellstutter down. Yeah. It's just a spell that I know I can counter right now. I'm not worried about the 3 damage. I'm just like thinking they're not most likely to play like a... I guess they could play a cantrip, but yeah, see if they just didn't play anything, that'd be bad for me. Now I'm going to go land, and I'm going to try to Ninja here. It's too high of upside. They may have sided out a lot of their like spreads and stuff, potentially. I guess not, because see, this is the problem. They still have to deal with Phantasm, so they probably leave in a lot of removal. But I'm still in a reasonable spot in this game, even considering the fact that I got scredded there. I maybe should have waited 1 more turn. Chase's Phantasm. That's interesting. They only have 3 cards. I think I'm just supposed to jam stuff. I don't think I'm going to play a Phantasm into an open Spellstutter, though. I think I'm just going to play Spire Golem and then foretell a Behold if this resolves or not. But I have spells that are up right now. Wonder if I'm supposed to just pass, actually. I'll just pass. I'm not in a rush to Behold. Cycle Ash Barrens, I like to see it. It's just a land. They kept this weird hand. I guess with just some removal. Frantic Inventory, draw 1, that's fine. Not going to flash in Spellstutter. Want to keep it for a cantrip. I'll attack. And then I'll just go play Phantasm right now, and then foretell Behold, I think. Okay, so they do get to counter that. That kind of sucks for me. I could just play Behold right now. I only have 2 cards left. I think it's... I don't get to leave up Spellstutter then. It's actually not worth. I'll just foretell. It's annoying if they get Ninja going here. Frantic Inventory, draw 2. I could... Maybe I'm supposed to just Behold in response here now. It's kind of unfortunate. It's not what I wanted to see. They can get out of their mulligan. No, they have counter. Yeah, Red Blast. No spells that are spread up. That was maybe a little bit greedy. I feel like I'm not playing this game that well. Okay, no Ninja though gives me a chance. All right. Just lead on Frantic Inventory right now. Draw 1. They're going to counter it? That sucks. Okay, now I just don't attack though. Getting my Behold countered was pretty bad by me. Not being able to counter that Red Blast. I should have just... Well, I guess they would have still had Red Blast if I tried to tap out for this. So maybe it didn't matter. Okay, there's a Ninja. Definitely going to go for that here, because I can always just recast Spire Golem. Go for Ninja. Nice. Drawing 1 card is so huge. Nice. Nice. Now I'm in a great spot with Counterspell. I guess they could double block this Ninja, but they're just a little bit flooded. Wow, no way. Hopefully their last card's Pyroblast. Okay. Might be land. I think I just need to go attack with both. Another Spellstutter is actually good. Because then if they just double block Ninja, that's like I guess, fine with me. Then they don't have any board presence for Spire Golem. It's not the best trade in the world, but I think it's what I'm supposed to do. Now I just have a 2/4 flying and double spell stutter against nothing. I was gonna say I think they're flooded, but we have the exact same amount of lands out. Wow, just cast ninja. That's scary. Okay. Not gonna cast any of these spell stutters. They have a lot of spells that cost one. Wow, there's another one. Okay, go. Most of the things that kill this cost 1 mana too. Okay, there we go. There's a 5/5 flying. This deck is sweet. Red Blast. Yeah, definitely gonna counter that. Alright, we have a 5/5. I think it's supposed to attack. They have 1 card left, and I have double counter with double spell setter. This card has been super sick. Nice. 3-0. I would not have predicted 3-0 with mono blue mill with Phantasm. I'm stoked. Let's go round 4. I'll see you there. All right, welcome to round 4. We're 3-0. We're on the play. We're playing this mono blue mill deck with Jace's Phantasm. Phantasm has been going well. We're on the play, but I don't know if this is a keep. I mean, if we hit a land, we can cast spells, but like none of our spells actually do anything. They only draw cards. We don't have any. We don't have erasure. We need to hit lands, and we need to hit something to do. Just for that fact, I think we should just mulligan. All right, this is a keep. I think I'm just putting back Brainstorm. I don't think Brainstorm's actually that great in this hand. I'll just lead Phantasm pass. They kept 7. How sick would a 5-0 be with this deck? And I was gonna say, it's not like we got like 3 free wins. Yeah, we played against Mono Black Burn. That deck's not that strong. But then we beat Blue Black Fae, then Blue Red Fae, which are 2 of the strongest decks in the format. Forest Go. What does that mean? Does that mean it's Cascadetron, or does it mean it's just some type of like defender decks with no 1-drop? I feel like it's probably defenders. Okay, there's Delver. I think I'm supposed to attack for 1, play Delver, play Ponder against Forest. And just try to race in the air for sure. That's what I'm going to do. And then leave up Counterspell next turn. But hopefully I can flip this Delver. Could be Ponza with a bad draw too, or a clunky draw. All right, let's draw Erasure. I don't need this second Counterspell. I'm not going to shuffle these. Even though it's not a land, I think these are good enough. Let's draw Erasure and then flip Delver on Thought Scour so they don't know about Counterspell. I'm going to Thought Scour them anyway, so yeah, let's put back Counterspell, Thought Scour, Erasure, no, pass. Yeah, and then we're flipping Delver, hitting for 4. And then I can probably just leave up Counterspell. I could consider to play Erasure in order to try to flip Phantasm faster. Oh, it's Stompy with no 1-drop. That's not what I was expecting. Okay. Well, I am definitely going to have to try to race in the air. I feel like... I think I just need to leave up counters here. I already have 4 power in the air, which is decent. And I have good stuff to do. Like, if I don't need to play Counterspell, I can either play Thought Scour or Frantic Inventory, both of which are fine. I think tapping out for Erasure just to turn on Phantasm doesn't seem worth. If like they Savage Swipe here, I'm definitely going to need to counter it. Rancor. I mean, this doesn't actually like definitively erase me, but I think I'm supposed to counter it. It represents 2 damage with haste. Yeah, they could have like a pump spell into Savage Swipe, but I think I'm supposed to just counter this. Because then I'm drawing another counter spell next turn. Yeah, I don't think playing Erasure there was good. Definitely going to side into the other deck in this matchup. The problem is they don't even know about Erasure yet. Maybe I'll be able to. Oh, they do have Savage Swipe on the Delver, and then Hunger. Hit for 8. Yeah, we're dead. Okay, so they have 6 power, and I'm at 12. They're at 15. I'm just gonna play Erasure just to like show it to them because I want them to bring in hate for that. That was pretty brutal. I mean, I could have let the Rancor resolve, then I would have countered the Savage Swipe, then they wouldn't have been able to Hunger. But then they have 5 power. Yeah, I mean, it's rough. All right. Well, for no one drop, they had a pretty quick clock. Definitely going down in this game. Probably should side out Dispel too. It really only counters Hunger and Vines. Have them mill one. And this is a 7/7, basically unblockable. I'm gonna Thought Scour them too to make it like even look like more like that we're on the mill plan. And then I'll just concede and go to the next game. Alright, just standard Stompy. Stompy was always like the worst matchup for the old mono blue mill decks. I think it gets better because we have this sideboard plan. But yeah, Stompy was always a bad matchup for mill. Alright, Behold is way too slow. I think Frantic Inventory is too slow. Erasure coming out as well. And then I think I can leave in Thought Scours. I have to side out more cards. I think I can do this. Leave in Thought Scour to turn on Phantasm, and then just play Ponder, Preordained, Thought Scour as my cantrips. And then, yeah, build it like this. This looks good. Delver definitely doesn't flip as much, but I still have, what, 20 spells? Which isn't terrible. Especially you can set up the Delver flip with Ponder or Preordain. Yeah, looks good. That was just not the hand we wanted for the matchup. I think I'm supposed to keep. Double Snap is good, especially against any Rancor draws they might have. I have a cantrip on turn 1. It just looks fine. Nothing crazy, but wow. No one drop again from the opponent, huh? Land Elephant Guide. And there's a Delver. Okay. I feel like I'm supposed to play Delver. I don't think I'm that scared of like Nettle Sentinel into Savage Swipe or something. I know that could happen, but they would have played a 1-drop if they had it. So I guess they could Burning Tree into Savage Swipe, which would be bad. Okay. I guess I could have just not deployed Delver. That was probably the play, honestly. All right, I'm just gonna pass. And then try to set up a ninja hit for next turn if I can. I think I just take 2 here. And then do I just snap this and play Spellsetter? I think that's good. If they go for Vines, then that's fine. Yeah, okay, this is fine. That can happen. Just untap. Counterspell. Okay. If they don't do anything, I'll just go for another end of turn snap. I'm fine to just take 2 here. If they play something, I can consider, like, depending on what it is, snap Burning Tree and counterspell whatever they play. If they play a 1-drop, I'm going to want to spell stutter it. We can still win this game. We can still just like get a ninja going, draw a card. Hunger of the Howl Pack. The problem is if I go snap and then they go vines, I get like completely blown out. I think it's just +1/+1. It's not that big of a deal. I think they were trying to bait, and I'm pretty sure they have vines now. I could also just play Spell Stutter Sprite end of turn, and then Ninja, try to draw a land, and just not even snap the 3/3. I think I'm going to do that. So if I draw a land here, it's great. If not, it's bad, but it's not the end of the world. We can still win. All right, I just have to play Delver. Pass. And then pretty scared of what they can do, honestly. Not in the best position here. River Boa. Okay. They hit for 3 down to 12. Just the fact that that stop sign ninja is pretty bad. I guess I could snap it. All right, I do flip Delver, which is good. But no extra land to protect like the snap or anything. I think I need to just go play Delver, attack for 3, pass the turn, leave up counterspell. Hope to flip this Delver too to have a chance to win this game. And I do have the snap, but I want to be able to protect it. I'll just take 5 down to 7 here if they attack with both. And I do have snap plus counterspell, which is something. The problem is I think they have vines as well. Okay, they're not attacking with Burning Tree. I can just take 2. Again, I think they have vines. I'm putting them on vines. Spellstutter Sprite can counter vines. I'm wondering if I'm just supposed to flash in Spellstutter here. I think the answer is no. I think the answer is no. Flip one time. Preordain. I'll take it. That is huge. I think I'm supposed to cast Preordain. Don't think I need Thought Scour, but I'll draw the island, play it. I'll attack with Delvers, and then I think I'm supposed to just play another Preordain here. They're at 9, I'm at 10. Yeah, it's Preordain because I can only play one more spell anyway. I don't think I want any of these. It's just bottom, bottom. Okay, another land. They're at 9. So now I could consider flashing in Spellstutter. I'm just going to take, can't block it. Skargan. I could just Spellstutter this. Then I don't play around a Savage Swipe on my Delver though. Which I think I want to do. Because if I just play around Savage Swipe, then I think I just win in the air. It's unlikely that they're going to be able to kill me. Yeah, I'm just going to let that resolve. Again, I think that they have vines. All right, I'm going to untap. Okay, Spire Golem is a great, great draw. Especially considering I have 5 lands now. So I'll attack for 6 in the air. I do want to attack with both. Then I go play Spire Golem, pass the turn with Spellstutter and Counterspell up. Don't want to snap anything right now because again, I think they have vines and I just don't want my snap to get countered. I could have snapped on my turn and then if they vines, I can just let that resolve. Wow, we got him. Whew. They know we're on the mono blue aggro plan, but I don't think the mill plane is good in this matchup, so I'm just going to stick with this. Let's go. I think this deck is built like I like it. I think Phantasm is fine just as a 1/1 flyer, and maybe the game goes long, it gets turned on. I don't know what else I would want. I mean, I could run one Dispel over like a cantrip, but yeah, I think I just like it like this. See you in game 3. Let's go. Let's go for the 4-0 into 5-0 here. Opponent mulligans, maybe? Ahua Katal. Ahua Cattle. I don't know what that means. Snap keep. Not gonna mull this. Opponent keeps 7, super lucky for them. Unbelievable. Metal, okay. Gonna lead Delver even though it can get Savage Swiped. I can't like infinitely play around that. I want to lead Delver, have more chances to flip. We have 20 spells, so we have 18 spells left in our deck out of 52. That's not a very high chance, but we got lucky on the flips last game. Maybe we can do it again. Oh man, this is a scary draw. Turn 1, 2-2. Turn 2, 2 more 2-2s. Preordain. Okay, we flipped. We did flip. Do I have to trade this Delver for one of their creatures? I feel like I should not do that. I feel like I should not do that. I think what I'm supposed to do is go snap something right now, just to play around any like protection spell. Because I want to also deploy Phantasm this turn, and then I won't be able to snap. And this saves damage if I snap now. So let's just snap a Skargan, untap my lands, and then go Phantasm Preordain, attack for 3. I guess I can go Thought Scour them. They're not that close. I'm not that close to turning on Phantasm anyway yet. Let's go Preordain. Okay, I cannot keep Ponder. And unfortunately, I cannot keep Spire Golem either. I think it's just too slow. I need to hit lands first. All right, I will attack. So I have 4 power in the air right now, and I can play a Spire Golem next turn. My Phantasm's only a 1/1, but it's still a 1-mana 1/1 flying. Just a flying man here. Dogs come in and say goodnight. Hey, bud. You good? Yeah. Burning Tree into Rancor. This is what I was scared of, which is kind of why I wanted to leave up Snap, but I mean, they still could have had protection as well. I think I'm supposed to just take. It's going to be tough to erase that, though. They have 1 card left. Spell Stutter Sprite. I think I have to just tap out for a Spire Golem here. Do I hit for 4? Guess I'm not blocking. If I play Spire Golem and they attack with all, go block this. I take 8 down to 4. I mean, I still might be able to win that game if they don't have another good spell. So, I'm just going for this. Mono green, when they have like these type of draws, it's good against mono blue. It's just the way it is. It's just hard to compete because they like put so much power and toughness down. It's hard for you to like deal with it. I don't think trading with Delver was a good solution to winning this game. So I'm happy with me trying to race here rather than trying to trade like I thought. Okay, if they're just attacking for 4, that's good. That's really good for me. I think that gives me a much better chance to win. Another Nettle is scary, but now I have some blockers. Okay. I think I might be able to do this. Let's just lead on Fairies here, Scry to start, I believe, and then just leave up Spell Setter. Can't play any cantrips, I don't think. It's not worth it to try to hit a land. Just going to be doing some chumping. Wow, counterspell. It's hard to... Like, okay, they're probably just going to crash in with all. I go chump something with Fairies here. Block something else. Maybe Spell Stutter something. I just don't think I can keep either of these. It's just bottom. And I can't attack with Spire Golem. I mean, if they attack with all, I get to go block, and then I would die. So I have to flash in Spell Stutter to block. Kind of need a snap. There's no way for me to put a million cards in their graveyard to turn on Phantasm either. But if I attack for 4, they go down to 9. There's also no way for, if I attack with Spire Golem, there's no way to survive either. I think I'm supposed to just attack like this, point on to flash in spell stutter to block, and then just go from here. They're probably just going to start by attacking with all. Yeah, I need to draw like a snap or something. Block here, 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 go to 2. I guess I could have left back a Phantasm to trade with another 2/2. Burning Tree, okay. So I have to win this turn. I only have 1 card in yard though. Looks like we're going down. 3, 4, 5, 6. There's no way for me to deal 3 damage. There's a snap. Can that possibly do it? I think it can if I preordain into another snap. Does that work? Not sure. Probably not. There's a Phantasm. I mean, these just aren't going to do it. 3, 4, 5, 6. Because I have to. I'm at 2, so I have to block every single creature. Let's say I go snap something right now, play Phantasm. Then I have 3 blockers. I guess I would have to not attack with Delver. Then I'd have to go block here, double chump to survive. I think I'm just gonna bottom and see what happens. Maybe hit another snap. No. Trying to think of a way out of this. I guess a way out of it. Let's say they don't have anything. If they attack with all right now, I'm dead even with snap because I'm at 2. Just trying to decipher a way out of this game, and I don't think there is any. Maybe if I don't attack with anything, they won't attack with all, but I think they will. I mean, I'm at 2. Playing a Ponder doesn't do anything. There's no way for me to turn on Phantasm because that deck doesn't really put any cards in the yard. All right, I'm just going to pass. Hope they don't attack with all. Oh yeah, they played the Burning Tree to untap the Nettles. So maybe if they couldn't have untapped their Nettles, I could have gotten there. But now if they just attack, I think I just lose. All right, GG's. Bound to lose with this deck at some point. We could have snapped this, block, 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 take 2. That's all we could do. Damn. Almost got there against mono green. Wonder if there was a different way I could have played that. I mean, the other way, the only main decision point in that game was whether to chump with Delver or not, or like trade with Delver or not early on in the game. But that Rancor just makes trading with Delver really bad. I guess I could have just left up Snap early in the game as well in order to try to like have them go for Rancor and then snap a creature. But I'm not sure. That was tough. Let's just go round 5 and see if we can 4-1. It's still pretty good. All right, welcome to the 5th and final round. We're against VJT, and they mulligan to 6. You know what? I think I'm gonna keep this hand. We don't have a creature, but we have an erasure. So hopefully this is a good matchup for erasure. Opponent's on 5. You know, when I was 3-0, I was just thinking to myself, okay, let me just not go 3-0 into 3-2. So hopefully we can win this match. Okay, Mono White Menace. This is not a good hand for that matchup. Okay, Phantasm is actually a good draw, considering we can just jam T2 Erasure here, and then try to turn on Phantasm that way. Prism? What? This is a brew, maybe. I'm slamming Erasure. Another Phantasm is actually good. I'm still slamming Erasure here. Nice. I like this setup. Next turn I can go Erasure with Counterspell up. Core Skyfisher. Oh, duh. It's just like Boros Monarch or everyone was yelling at me when I posted a Boros Bully deck, and they're like, "It's Boros, it's Boros Bully, it's not Boros Monarch." But what's this? What's the title of this deck with core Skyfishers and artifacts and stuff? I don't actually know the title of each deck. So tell me if you're watching in the comments. Um, but I'm just gonna untap and again stick with the plan of Phantasm, leave up Counterspell. Probably will counter the Prismatic on the next turn. Seal to this, say yes, then go land, Phantasm, pass. We're just gonna have to turn these on and try to win with them. They can attack for 2, that's fine. I don't even think they should attack, honestly. I guess they're gonna try to play another core or something. Thraben Inspector, that's fine, that can resolve. I don't think that's really relevant in this game. And then Prism, I think I can counterspell this actually. I think I'm going to. When they only have like one Prism, it can be kind of annoying for them with their Glint Hawks and stuff and core Skyfishers if they don't have this 2 mana draw a card effect that they can bounce back to their hand. Again, that can be kind of annoying for them. Behold the Multiverse, huh? Let's have them mill 1 card. I do kind of want to brainstorm, but I can also just behold here. I could save this brainstorm until I get a second erasure, perhaps. I think I like that. Like I can just go land, pass, and then just hardcast behold. I think that's better than foretelling it. There's no way I'm gonna frantic inventory, right? Because if I just foretell this, it telegraphs what I'm gonna do. If I brainstorm now, I only mill for 3 up to 6. So I think I just go land. I guess I attack for 2 in the air, and then I plan on just end of turn hardcast behold the multiverse. Again, I think it's better than foretelling. Yeah, I'm just gonna take 3 here. That's fine. See what they do. 3 mana, core Skyfisher bouncing Thraben. Did they tap incorrectly? Maybe. They tapped pretty fast. Alright, resolves. I guess they could bounce land. They bounce Thraben. Replay Thraben. Did they have a bolt? Or did they just tap wrong? Oh, Faithless Looting right now. They only have 2 cards in hand. Okay, that's going to turn on these Phantasms pretty fast here because I'm going to go end of turn behold, mill for 2, untap brainstorm, mill for 3, and they're going up to 6 cards in yard. Okay, they do have a strands, which is annoying. Now they can bounce step to cycle it. Sure. Okay, they just bounce planes. Just cast this. There's another Phantasm. I'm going to put that on top. They're going to have to strands like every turn. I think I just top. I mean, Preordain is fine, right? Top, mill them for 2. They're gonna have to flashback strands like this turn. Mill, untap. They have 8 cards in the yard, so they're gonna get milled for 1. Okay, erasure is actually good. I guess it isn't good because I probably am gonna win by damage if anything. But I still think it's worth it to play it. I can just go play erasure, play preordain, play phantasm, and hit. Yeah. I can even keep saving brainstorm if I'm able to. Let's go play erasure, play preordain, bottom top. Yeah, this is good. I might be able to mill them out before damage. Especially if I find a third erasure. Yes. There's a bolt and a journey. Okay. Now let's attack for 10. And then if they strands here, I get to just play another phantasm. All right, they're just taking 10. So they're going to try to strands next turn. But now I have another good blocker. I mean, this draw was pretty nuts. So this version is not Boros Bully, right? Because they have the whole core Skyfisher, Prism, Glint Hawk package. They might not have Glint Hawks, but I think they probably do. Definitely going to side out the erasures and move into the aggro plan because of a Pyroblast here. Right, they're just staying back. They can't double block a Phantasm though, and they can't turn off the Phantasms either, I don't believe. So I think I'm good to just smash. Maybe I should stop milling them because they could hit more strands in the yard, but I think it's good to just go for the mill because I might be able to win by mill if they keep fogging or something. I think I'm supposed to just attack with all. I don't really think I'm in danger of dying, so I'm going to start with just slamming with all. I suppose they could go like block, block, bolt, bolt or something, but they have two bolts in the yard already. I don't think that's likely to happen. I guess they're just going to chump, chump, and then not use strands, or maybe they are going to use strands. I think I just let this resolve. I know they get to keep their creatures, but I can't counter it yet anyway. I could go for Brainstorm right now, but yeah, I think I'm just going to let it resolve. Okay, just going to start with Ponder. Bolt this. I could go for Brainstorm looking for Counterspell. I don't hate that. Might as well. I think it's good. You can also shuffle on this Ponder if there's two bad cards. Okay, we did find counter. So I think I can just put back land inventory. Could have not put back Delver as well, but I don't think I want to mill myself at all with these. Just mill a bunch, mill 6 times. They're gonna draw a card, sure. Yes, yes, yes. And then counterspell this. And then ponder. I suppose I just am drawing land and then playing Delver. And then flipping Delver. Again, I don't think I can die here. And I have another brainstorm, so I'm still pretty close to milling them out. They don't have any more strands in the yard, but they could have one in hand, certainly. All right, well, I'm flipping Delver, so they're going to have to strands 100% here. So I'm going to hit down to 12. I'm really feeling like they have strands in hand, but who knows? Core Skyfisher bouncing Thraben. Maybe not. Maybe they're hoping I don't flip Delver, but I mean, I just pondered. Oh, they bounced a Core Skyfisher. They do not have a prismatic strands, right? I gotta like lean forward to see this. They don't have a strands in the yard. Oh, this deck doesn't play 4 strands. They often only play 2 strands. So they're just tapping out. Oh, they're just leaving back a bunch of blockers after attacking. But now they're just going to be chumping. Oh, wait. Oh, I wasn't even paying attention. They bolted my Delver. Okay. They can't triple block a Phantasm though because yeah, that just doesn't work. Don't really want to mill a strands here, but I think I'm going to mill them for 2. It is bad if I mill strands on one of these 2 draws, but I think it's worth it because I might be, like I said, be able to win by mill. Just going to attack with all. They have to block at least 2 of these. And then I'm just going to go Preordain into Brainstorm. They go down to 2. Bottom this. I think I topped the inventory. Yeah. Mill them for 2. Yes, yes. Okay, there's another strand, so they can survive another turn now, but I think I just lead on inventory actually. I think I even thought Scour before another strands. Okay, they do have 3 strands, so they can survive for a while, but now I probably just mill them out. I probably will brainstorm this turn. just because that gets them low enough where I can probably just find a win if I guaranteed mill 6 here. I mean, these are good enough for sure. If I put 2 spells back, then I'm going to be able to flip this Delver. Guess I'll just flip it on Preordain. Well, I have to think about what I'm going to do on the next turn. I don't know if it's super relevant because I might just not even attack with these Phantasms, just hold back, just not die. I know they have 2 strands in the yard. I guess I can just attack with like 1 or 2 of them. I just don't want to take too much time here. I'm just going to put some random cards back. Again, this might not be optimal, but I'm feeling like I'm in a pretty good position here. I think I'm just going to win by mill in this game, which is pretty crazy. So many strands. They're attacking with both. And then they're going to hawk. But how many hawks do they have left in the deck? I don't see that many in the yard. 1. Maybe they just wanted to leave them in the deck. Palace Sentinels, they become the Monarch? Sure. I'm just not going to attack with any Phantasms and just leave back blockers. So they draw a card down to 9, they get milled down to 7, and then do I just kill them? I have a Preordain, so I can draw 2. So they do have 4 strands, wow. And they don't have, they're kind of like a combo, because they're playing Prisms and Glint Hawks, but they're not, oh no, they're playing Prisms and Core Skyfishers, but they're not playing Glint Hawks. And other than that, they're just Boros Bully with Prism. It's an interesting build. It looks pretty sweet, honestly. And it looks like they don't have Galablast, which is good for me. They have Flame Sash. So they're just Boros Bully with Core Skyfisher and Pathetic Prism. Interesting. And oh, so they're just playing Core Skyfisher, Prism over Seeker of the Way, and I guess they don't have Rally the Peasants here. Anyway, so I can mill them for 4, 5, 6. Then they draw their last card. Is it worth it just to cast this? Alternatively, I could just play Delver, leave up Counterspell, mill them out next turn. I think that's better. Just not going to attack. Again, if I behold the multiverse into Preordain, then I just draw 3 cards total, milling them for 6. Then they have 1 card in library. They draw it, and then they would lose on their end step, but this way I could have Counterspell up, and then I kill them on their next upkeep. So I think this is fine. Sure. Sure. I don't think they can win at this point. Just go behold. All their lightning bolts are already gone. There's a snap as well. Sweet. This deck is dope. They draw down to 1 card, and then I just mill them for lethal. Just gonna say no to this no matter what. Oh, there's Rally the Peasants. So they actually do. Do they just have 1 rally? I think they just have 1 rally unless their last rally is in hand. Radiant Fountain. Wow. Reaping the Graves as well. Cool build. Cool build. So now they just died to mill. Nice. I could have played the game differently and tried to win more aggressively by damage, but I think the way I played it was a bit safer. All right. Let's bring in the creatures. Take out these. I don't really want to mill them at all because of Strands and Rally, but I think I kind of have to. I think leaving in Phantasm is worth. I think Dispel is actually good in this matchup. Snap is not very good. Snapping like a Core Skyfisher or a Squadron Hawk is not ideal. I don't know if I want any. Just try to go wide. This matchup does seem tough, actually. But yeah, I think I'm just bringing in all the creatures. Also, this deck is just definitely not built 100% correctly because bringing in Spire Golem, like I mentioned, when they're if they are bringing in or enchantment destruction, a lot of times it hits both, so it's not perfect, but it is what it is. All right, I have a minute 40. Can side out the brainstorms. They're not very good without the erasures. And I need to cut 3 more cards. I want Behold the Multiverse and Frantic Inventory, I think, because I need to win like the card advantage battle. I think I can do this. Could even just in this matchup do 2 Thought Scour, 1 Ponder, and just have these be like kind of a later game card. That seems fine. They can certainly be turned on just naturally in this matchup by them like Faithless Looting and stuff. Wonder if they're even like side out like stuff like looting. Yeah, this looks fine. I like siding out Snap. I know it can be good and their flyers can certainly be annoying for me, but there's I don't think I want Snap in my deck. It's just so bad if they just like snap a Core Skyfisher, then bring back a Prismatic, draw a card. It's just not good. I keep saying Prismatic, but it's Pathetic Prism. All right, let's lead Delver. Pass. Next turn, I might not even want to play Phantasm. I might want to just Behold. And this is just a 1/1 flying. It's likely just to get outclassed anyway. Yeah, I think I'm gonna Behold here. Pass. I also don't want my Behold to get Pyroblasted here if I can help it. Okay, it looks like they're only on 2 mana. That's good for me. I think I'm going play Fairies here, play Behold right now while it won't get countered. I think I'll just scry 2 and then scry 2 again. It's bad if my top 2 cards are good, but if there's any lands, yeah, I go bottom, top, and then go land, Behold, top, top. Okay, this is fine. Pass. Now I can just like either play double inventory next turn. All right, they're drawing a card, but do they have another land? They drew a Boros Garrison. That's good for them. That really increases their mana count. All right, I'll take 2. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next turn. I guess it depends what I draw. I mean, I can just deploy Spire Golem here and play 1 inventory. I can also just play double inventory right now. Yeah, I think going play Spire Golem, pass with 1 inventory up, attack for 1 is where I want to be. This deck is sweet, fun to play. I'm stoked. We are not out of this match yet, though. Okay, this is good. They're going for looting. That puts a lot of cards in their graveyard, especially if they flashback looting. Okay, Strands. Yeah, that's good, but I like to see it. I would love to see a flashback looting here. That would be just so good for me. Get my 5/5 online. Oh yeah, this feels like flashback looting. Nice. Add 1 more card to the yard. They go up to 5 cards in graveyard. And another looting in the yard. Okay. And then I'll end of turn inventory. Another Fairy Seer. Interesting. I think I'm going to lead Fairy Seer and then play another inventory. think scrying first here is actually better. I'm not sure. Bottom top. Let's just go land inventory right now where I know I can resolve it, and then just pass with counterspell up. I think I just leave back Spire Golem to block Thravens. I don't really want to trade 2 for 2 here. I'm not blocking with Fairies here anyway. And I am just going to leave up counterspell. Oh, they also don't have Battle Screech. That's interesting. Battle Screech seems really strong. All right, I mean, Prism turns off my Phantasm, but I'm not going to counter it. I don't really need like my Phantasm to be a 5/5 like for sure, like right away. Hawk. Hawk, I feel like I should counterspell. That's going to be annoying versus my flyers. Especially my Phantasm's most likely just going to be a 1/1 at this point. I don't want them to just get value off Hawk while they're attacking, so they're going to bolt Spire Golem. I think I have to just take this trade. I just have to accept that I trade for a Thraben and a bolt. Maybe I shouldn't have because I have Dispel. Yeah, that may have been wrong. I just realized that right now. I think I'm still doing okay though. Let's just lead Preordain, bottom, top. I think I Preordain again. Bottom. I could bottom. I mean, this is just a 1/1 flying. They are down to 1 card in hand, but they have a lot of cards on the table. They have a lot of things that sort of blink this. I think I'm supposed to bottom. Okay, draw it anyway. That's fine. Now let's just go. Man, they could have Cannonade as well. Why don't I just go play Delver, play Phantasm, attack for 2, leave up Dispel at least, and Thought Scour. They might be popping Relic this turn. They have 8 cards in the yard. Okay. I can Thought Scour them to turn on Phantasm, force them to pop. They should be relicking themselves, actually, to make sure to turn this off. I guess they're just planning to pop Relic anyway, but yeah, I think that's probably incorrect. Relicking me doesn't really do anything. Like, I have plenty of cards to not get my inventories relicked at this point. I think I'm just going to untap, leave up Dispel to protect my creatures. Snow-covered island. So I could Thought Scour myself. I don't get to flip Delver anyway, but then I don't have to draw island. But turning this Phantasm into a 5/5 forces them to pop Relic. I think that's worse than... I don't want to draw island. So I think I just Thought Scour myself. Sucks not to be able to turn on, but okay, well, now we can anyway. And we were going to flip Delver. Wow, that was really good. Just worked out perfectly. So now what I'm going to do is actually just attack with all, and not with Delver. And then before damage, I'm going to Thought Scour them. Force them to pop Relic. Ooh, Frantic Inventory. Now if they pop Relic, I can inventory in response, draw 3. That feels good. They're just going to flashback Shrines. They're not going to pop Relic. Oh, they go to 9 cards in yard. Okay. I could Dispel this. Then they still go to 9 cards in yard. This is only 3 damage. I guess it does turn off Phantasm like I was talking about. Alright, I'm gonna let that resolve. I want to be able to inventory draw 3 for sure, so that's basically all I care about at this point. Just play Spire Golem. Still feeling good about this game. Are they gonna pop Relic end of turn? I feel like they are. They're gonna draw from Clue, sure. Are they just gonna untap? Okay, it's fine. They should really Relic them, target themselves if they're just tapping Relic. Hawk. Alright, I mean, I can't counter it. It's fine. I get 2 more Hawks. It's annoying. But if they tap out from Relic, it's good for me. Oblivion Ring. Alright, nothing I can do. They get my Spire going. And that doesn't even send any cards to the yard, which is annoying. Exile a card from my graveyard, sure. I can't inventory unless I just want to draw one, which I do not. Ponder, yep. Reveal that, easy. Now, I think I ponder now. I could find a ninja. I do. And double spell stutter. Well, I think I'll draw ninja. And I think I'm just attacking with everything except Phantasm because I want to represent that as a 5/5. Kind of force them to pop Relic at some point. They'll trade for one Fairies here. I'll ninja for the other one. And then I'll just leave up Frantic Inventory. Oh, they're not even trading? How can that be right? I don't think it can be. But I'm fine with it. So I hit for a bunch. Pyroblast that. I can Frantic Inventory draw 3 right now, or I can just dispel this. I don't think I care about Ninja that much. Maybe it's worth to keep it around. Because I get to draw 1 card right now off Ninja. Yeah, it's worth. I don't think they're gonna pop Relic this like on their turn anyway. I could no, I'm drawing a spell stutter here, which we know about. And that actually put them to 10 cards, but yeah, I couldn't have attacked with Phantasm. Now I think I just play Fairies here, scry the spell stutter to the top, bottom the land. Guess if they have Cannonade, I could get wrecked here. They could go crack Relic into Cannonade and kill my board, but okay, they exile a card from my yard. I just really don't think that's right. It doesn't do anything. Hawk, okay, so they don't have Cannonade. It's kind of hard for that deck to play Cannonade because it kills most of their stuff. Second Relic? Okay, well now this is just a draw 1. And they already used the strands they had in the yard. Okay, they pop 1 Relic. Interesting how they played that. I mean, it's fine. I think I'm just trading Phantasm for Hawk at this point. I think I'm just attacking with everything. They're at 12, I'm at 17. They have 0 cards in hand and only 1 card on the table in this Relic. All right, I'll trade with Hawk here. It's not good, but it is what it is. They'll probably trade with the Fairies here as well. I think they should. Yeah, they do. All right, let's trade with Hawk there. So now their board is Thraben, Relic, 0 cards in hand. Just gonna lead on. Maybe I don't lead on inventory. I can just play Phantasm and leave up double spell stutter. I mean, is that even really necessary? I think it's better. I don't need to inventory right now, actually. They have 3 cards in yard, but they do have a Relic. Radiant Fountain was their draw. That's fine. All right, I'll take 5 power in the air. It's already a turn 2 clock. I could crack Relic, sure. I think we got this game. Draw a card. Do I want to flash in a Spell Stutter Sprite? I feel like yes, but maybe not. I don't think I need to. I already have a 2-turn clock. The only reason I thought to do it is to go up to 3 Fairies so I could counter a 3-drop, but I don't think that's really necessary. Bottom top. I mean, I guess. And just pass. No reason to play Phantasm when I can have double spells that are up. Sure. I used a ton of my clock in this match. I mean, I did have to place a million triggers in game one. Reaping the Graves. Get back a Hawk. I think I'll just counter the Hawk and then kill them. And then if they crack Relic, draw another card, I can counter that too. So they're drawing a card right now. That's fine. Lightning Bolt. Yep, that's why I had double spell stutter up. Nice. Got him. I'm happy with the 4-1. We almost got there against Stompy too, so we almost had the 5-1. But we beat Blue Red Fae, we beat Blue Black Fae, we beat Mono Black Burn in round one. Then we just beat a take on Boros Bully, and we barely lost to Stompy. I mean, after we sideboard, this deck is good. No, but I think Jace's Phantasm actually performed pretty well. And if you were to build the deck like Mono Blue Aggro with Jace's Phantasm, I think it might actually be pretty decent. Just because you're playing Flying Man. Yeah, that's worse than Fairy Miscreant. It's not a fairy, and it doesn't ever draw cards. But the upside is it turns into a huge threat in the late game. And yeah, you have to play Thought Scour, but Thought Scour can be pretty decent, especially with Brainstorm anyway. I mean, this build isn't too bad. Like against Tron, they can't deal with this game one plan. And then having the sideboard plan was actually pretty decent, I think. It's just interesting how they might like sideboard or start playing out game two thinking you're a certain deck and then you just are a completely different deck. So this was definitely an interesting experiment. This was my first matches with the deck. This is youtube.com/snapbolt. I'm Max again. I had a lot of fun playing this deck and happy with the 4-1 result. Super sweet. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.